Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power, Yahawah, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakah, Kwadash. And double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth in the same spirit, in sound doctrine, Lord willing that y'all continue in the same spirit. Shalom to the Aquath, believers of this faith and this truth. Lord willing you continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, Yahawah Shema Shai has mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Today, we're going over Isaiah, the 12th chapter. You know, it's a lot of things going on. Just want to say a sidebar for all of those that heard or know about, people in Christian church or Christian faith. Speaking of the rapture for September 23rd, 24, of course, they was mistaken. Um, it's some people um, that lost faith just because it didn't happen. I've seen a few videos on TikTok where some people saying they're going to try the Muslim belief because the rapture didn't come. They're going to try the Muslim belief. Hey, kumbaya, may the force be with you. But going in the 12th chapter of Isaiah, this just came by me stumbling on after doing this lesson. What was I going to go into? And since I already was going into Yahawah in this other lesson, I decided to go into Yahawah again. I love, going into Yahawah. Um, the Lord moved me in this direction. So I'm going to get some certain points, and then we're going to, of course, read through this chapter, and we're going to align precepts with each verse, right, and what they mean, right? So, Lord willing, you're edified, and you understand Isaiah, the 12th chapter, right? So Isaiah the 12th chapter is it's prophetic in nature. So it doesn't have, or it's not tied to a single historical event in the time of Isaiah, right? But rather it points forward to a future deliverance of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So when we look at Isaiah the 11th chapter, the chapter before, it was speaking of a coming branch from the root of Jesse, which is Yahawah, who will rule in righteousness and gather the remnant of Israel from all nations, right, which is the elect, scattered, dispersed four corners of the earth. It describes peace in the earth, the knowledge of Yahawah covering the world, and the return of Israel from captivity. So Isaiah 12 flows directly from this vision, right? And it is a song of praise after the deliverance, right? So Isaiah 12 isn't about Isaiah's own lifestyle, or I mean lifetime, but about Yahawah's kingdom when Israel is redeemed from all nations, four corners of the earth. So in Isaiah's day, around 740, 700 BC, Israel was facing a Syrian threat, but Isaiah 12 was not fulfilled then. After the Babylonian captivity, 586 BC, approximately between 538 BC, return, the Jews came back to Jerusalem after Ezra and Nehemiah in the time of the Persian Medes Empire, which the Lord in Isaiah, he anointed Cyrus to be that king to, make that decree for, the Jews to go back into their land and rebuild the temple, right? The ruins. But Isaiah, the 12th chapter, vision of worldwide peace and salvation was still not realized. When Yahushua came the first time in first century AD, he opened the door of salvation, but the 12 tribes, the Israelites, Yasharella, as a nation did not yet sing this full song of deliverance because we wasn't delivered. The door was open because Yahushua is the door. Salvation means deliverance. We did not have that deliverance, but the door came. Okay? The door came. Who's the door? Yahushua. So what is truly taking place in Isaiah the 12th chapter? It is prophetic of the end times at the second coming of Yahushua, which, Lord willing, you are continually being patient and being occupied and enduring this thing. This is very important. Like, this is something you want to, like these people that was thinking of the rapture, you want to endure, still keep the same fire, grow in fire in the Lord, because he's never early, never late. He's going to come in his time. Everything is ordered in an appointed time because this is all the Lord's story. We're just characters in his story. It's either you're the elect or the two-thirds, or you're an Edomite or such and such and such, right? Lord willing, you are of the hopeful elect. So Israel is gathered from the four corners of the earth. We're going to go into these verses, Isaiah 11, verse 11 to 12. The captivity ends when Israel is collected, right? When they're gathered or delivered. Israel praises Yahawah Shema Shai openly in the kingdom. That's what we're going to get into when we speak, when we actually go into these verses. So Isaiah the 12th chapter is about a future redemption of the Israelites when Yahweh Shai returns. This is why you want to make sure you're examining yourself to see if you have faith, see if you of the faith, right? Because shit's supposed to get worse to a point where the men of the Lord is not even doing lessons on the phone. The men of the Lord are not on the highways and byways. I'm looking forward to that. While you got fools over here looking for a rapture. Actually, this is actually good to go over right now, right? Because people was really believing in the damn rapture. Then you got some people where I was hearing on TikTok at work, man, we've been hearing about Jesus is coming back for decades. And then these black sisters made a live and said Jesus ain't never coming back. That was a lie made up to you. Jesus ain't never coming back. Somebody that don't believe in Yahweh Shai is a waste of time. They're really a waste of breath. Right? For those that believe, you're going to be occupied. Luke 19 and 13. But these is why these scriptures, these prophecies, these parables is for your courage. Things are supposed to take place before Yahweh Shai get here. Literally. For the elect. Right? So when Israel is delivered from all enemies and finally sings this song of thanksgiving, man, that they ain't never, ever, ever. Sorry, Miss Jackson, they ain't never, ever, ever going back into captivity ever again. Right? So let's get into it. This is Isaiah chapter 12 and verse 1. And in that day thou shalt say, O Yahawah, I will praise thee. Though thou wast angry with me, thy anger is turned away, and thou comfortest me. Now, when you read the book of Judges, right, when you see multiple times where the Israelites committed a sin, the Lord eventually got angry. I'm using my laptop. I mean, my tablet. I said laptop, my tablet. But just for speed's sake, I got a site preset outside the ones that I have right here. Let me see if this is the one that I want. Okay, this is Judges chapter 3, verse 8. It says, therefore, the anger of Yahweh was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of Cushan Rishatham, king of Mesopotamia. And the children of Israel served Chushan Rishatham 8 years. And when the children of Israel cried unto Yahweh, Yahweh raised up a deliverer to the children of Israel, who delivered them, even Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. Right? So this is happening in the book of Judges multiple times. Now, it's a lesson that I just did. If you was paying attention to the channel, when we go, I just thought of it just while we're doing this. So they cried unto the Lord, right? So let's go to Ezekiel 4. The same thing happened in the time of Babylon. It was people that didn't get destroyed in the time of Nebuchadnezzar coming to destroy Jerusalem because they sighed and cried. This is even connected to a future event in our time. This is Ezekiel chapter 4, Ezekiel chapter 9. Verse 4, it says, and Yahawah said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, right? So for the future event, you have to know it's the people before the place. So go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Now Jake is scattered 4 corners of the earth. James 1:1. Greetings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Right? We're seeing the abominations, the wickedness. We see the wicked ruler that's ruling. We're mourning, crying unto the Lord. We have no rest, man. We work, right? Our necks have no rest, right? Well, we pay for wood, we pay for water. Where water is just the natural main resource in the earth, even trees, right? We calling on the Yahawah Shem Yahushai, where our children is going to school, and you got freaking freako agendas, the LGB read along. Then you got holidays, right? Where your children might see it and be like, dang, I want to do that, but we can't do this, and don't know what to do, right? You got the society where children would say, hey, why do you wear dress all the time? And your daughter might not know what to say and forget because her mind not be on it, but she know because the Lord want her to be covered, right? We're attacked on this side in multiple ways, right? A wife, she leave the house, going to the store, and a man gonna holler at her, and she's gonna say, I got a husband. Oh man, I could treat him better than you. Now, if she's a weak woman and wants to be flirted and talked to and all of that, she's gonna give that man some time. She's gonna entertain him. Now, say if that husband was in the store, literally, if that's a man of the Lord, he's ready. He's gonna be jealous over his wife, and that woman is gonna be called damn near a bitch in public, you know. But at the end of the day, uh, um, you know, the men and the women, right? We have a evil eye towards one another. You got men having an evil eye towards brethren, right? Jealousy between women, which it shouldn't be no emulation towards that. When the Lord multiply you women on the earth crazy, you know, the Lord is hearing the righteous speak about everything. The things that's going on in the house, like Jeremiah said at work, man, these mother suckers is gonna pay for everything they have done. Right? I'm tattletelling to Yahawah Shem Yahushai. Now, verse 5. And the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. That sanctuary is going to the temple, but this is this truth, man. Right? Going to First Peter's chapter 4, verse 17. Those that the judgment is going to happen first in the house of Yahawah Shem Yahushai, then to those that don't obey or follow the gospel. You know, the Lord is hearing the prayers, the mourn, the cries of the righteous. Even those that die, your blood is crying out to Yahawah Shem Yahushai. So again, Isaiah 12 and 1. And in that day thou shalt say, O Yahawah, I will praise thee. Though thou wast angry with me, thy anger is turned away. Thou comfortest me. The Lord anger is still on us. We still dealing with the curses. Yes, where we getting this truth, but guess what? Even the righteous is still in a suffering, just like you 2/3 by being in this captivity still. You know? So this is, Israel acknowledging that Yahawah was angry for their sins. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, curses, captivities. But through Yahweh Shai, the anger is removed. Let's just go. Let's just do this classic walk real quick. Deuteronomy, going to, it said curses. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh, thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. They have overtaken us. Wherever Jacob scattered four corners of the earth, these curses have overtaken us. Right? You got the southern kingdom dealing with Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, verse 17 to 24, even though that was the same thing that afflicted Jake in Jerusalem. And then even more affected them when they got taken by the Babylonians. And then now they start cleaving to their ways. Look at Jake now. Women wearing lace fronts and wig and spend more time wearing hair that's from somebody else instead of their own hair. Makeup all caked up, lashes, lips up. Even though women do be looking beautiful with it, especially those that's not doing too much. But you have to know that all stems from the heathen. And that all stems from, really, when you go and understand Isaiah 3 in the history, a lot of women in our nation, starting with the Southern Kingdom, they cared about their outward appearance. Go look outside. That is the Eve woman. Let alone how you men. Like, let a man come from work and hollering at a beautiful woman. You got to get cleaned up. You got some women that like a hardworking man, but they'll still pick and cherish a bad boy, a drug dealer, or somebody making fast cash, a scammer, or a industry plant, because now we can get money. And these is the obstacles the Lord used through Esau to give you comfortability and blind you, make you blindsided to knowing that you are in captivity. So we're going to get verse 64, but let's just read some of these. Verse 16, curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field. Curse shall be thy basket and thy store, right? These processed food, GMO, right? You thinking, oh man, I'm eating salad, but they putting pesticide in it, you know? And then some people getting some salad and it's fake. Oh, I'm about to be vegan, right? Ain't no, I'm about to eat all organic. If it's organic, it's not going to say organic. If it's plant-based, it's going to just be plant-based, right? Most of the things that we get, it all stems from Esau, especially from some of these markets. Now, we can go to Muslims, even though they might pray over some of those things that they might have. They keep their things in a form of halal. But still, you still are going to be circumspect, because we're going to eat our food defiled, which is even in Ezekiel, right? let's just slide down a little. Let's slide down. Let's go to verse 41. It says, "Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity." Even more on our side, you going to work all the damn time. By the time you come home, you got to go to sleep to go to work again. Then when you do got time to chill and sit, you ain't going out to throw no football. You know, oh let's go kick the soccer or baseball around. Right, your mind not on it. Right, let alone now that we coming to faith, brothers is thinking about lessons. But we wasn't meant to be working. That's the thing. That's another part of the curse, right? All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And right now, the top head is the Edomites. And when you go, you want to go get a sub, you want to go to the store real quick. Majority the Muslims, the Indians, damn near owning liquor stores. You're going to the heathen for everything you got in your house, everything on your body. You're going to Esau for all his markets, Amazon. I don't care what you buying on online. Majority, that's your oppressors, man. And if you go to Jake, because Jake is not a top wholesale consumer, they don't, where's they getting straight raw cotton from? And if they not getting it from somebody else, Jake is gonna have to make their prices higher, right? So it's literally the strangers that's within us. Now, when we look at America, first you start with Esau, and then you look at the Muslims, Hamites, East Indians, the Chinese. Why a lot of these hair product stores, you got Muslims owning it, and then Muslims or Arabs, Ishmael will put the Southern Kingdom and some of the Northern Kingdom on their window. They're telling you they're only promoting that to y'all. You don't got no Chinese, no white, no none of that. Because they know you. Oh yeah, they like fake hair. They making millions of dollars off your ass. The little lashes, when that became a style, they making millions of dollars off of y'all asses. Come on, man. So that's this the anger of the Lord, man. Um, Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahawah thy power, to keep his commandments and the statutes which he command thee. Now this is the anger of the Lord. Every day you waking up, you get a few hours of sleep, and you got to go right back to work. You have your little weekend, and your weekend feel like a day, right? You guess what? You're getting overtaken, man. Then you try to work. Like, I'm seeing people that was working at my job more than my, like, probably the same amount of time or even more than my brother that been working there for 20 years. And they was retired, and they had to come back because the retirement money ain't really doing the job. You got people with knees that don't even work, and they coming back to work, right? We're not having rest here. So let's just get the last one dealing with the captivity, even though we could read the whole Deuteronomy. So, verse 63 to 64, it says, "And it shall come to pass that as Yahweh rejoiced over you to do you good, and to multiply you, so Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you, and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it." When you start coming in this faith and start to get the understanding, and you actually believe, you'll know you're not home, because this is not the place of rest for you, right? This is not. Your home was what was given, going all the way back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the 12 tribes. 64, Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. Now the Lord was setting this up for the end game, to bring the southern and northern kingdom all the way to the western hemisphere, right to the north country, to the United States. The Lord set this whole thing up so that we can get to this moment. Because in this moment, now that we're in Babylon, This is the end. Yahawah is going to come and redeem us. Not on our time, his time, Yahweh's time. Get that in y'all thick heads. So, through Yahawah, the anger is removed. This happens in the kingdom after salvation, not during Isaiah's lifetime. So, keep remembering that. Isaiah, the 12th chapter, right from the first verse to the last, is not during Isaiah's lifetime, right? So, let's get a precept for what we read in Isaiah 12 and 1. Okay, we're going to get Micah 7 and 18. Who is a power like unto thee, that pardoneth iniquity, forgiveth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his inheritance, which is the elect? He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. Man, I wish it was. It said, because he delighteth in mercy. This is another indicator, even when we try to speak about the 2/3. Through the mercy of Yahweh, through the mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it says, he retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. So starting with the elect, which that mercy is upon them, to go forth when the kingdom is established, mercy is going to be even given unto the 2/3 that's going to be destroyed on this side. If the Lord is giving mercy on this side through the elect, the Lord is going to have mercy on the 2/3. Yes, they're going to be the least in the kingdom, but that is the mercy of the Lord. Right? That mercy is compassion or unfailing love. So let's go to Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter. This is Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, starting at verse 14 to 15. It says, sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel. Be glad, rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. Yahawah have taken away thy judgments. He have cast out thy enemy. The king of Israel, even Yahawah, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore. We're still seeing it, right? So for somebody to think the rapture is coming, the Lord is speaking to all Israel, right? The elect and the non-elect. In this time, he's speaking to all Israel. But who's going to gravitate to the truth? The elect. So when he do come, the elect is going to be the remnant, and the other half is going to be destroyed, because they're not sighing and crying. They're not thinking on the name of the Lord. So they're going to be cut off swiftly, from to a father, to a man, to a woman, to a wife, to a child. Oh, the Lord this. Guess what? When Yahweh shall come, the death rate is going to be higher than it ever been, because children, babies, children, teenagers, grown-ups, parents, grandparents are going straight in the spirit world if they are the 2/3. The Lord, oh, because that's a baby or that's a teen. No, because just like that same mother that put her child in unalive and put in the spirit world, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, could have stopped it. But you have to know, everything is in its course. Whatever you did in your past life and whatever you're doing in this lifetime, guess what? You're gonna have you're gonna have consequences. And if the Lord didn't put it on you, if you're not of the elect and a true believer, you're not going to come back striving to want to know the Lord, striving to change the way you move and you think, right? So you have to understand, Yahawah is coming to set judgment in this place. But right now, ain't no peace. You know what I'm saying? We still seeing evil each and every day. Let's go to Romans, the 11th chapter. Romans chapter 11, verse 26 and 27. And so all Israel shall be saved, starting with the elect. If the elect in the kingdom and they're going to be having sex in the kingdom, guess what? even those that come out of the loin. They didn't get beamed up and get salvation on the side through Yahawah. They didn't get the first resurrection. So those that come through the loins of men, guess what? They didn't get that. But guess what? They're still part of Israel. All Israel gonna be saved. As it is written, there shall come out of Zion a deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins. Right? Ezekiel 36. Right? You're gonna have a new heart and a new spirit, right? New as in afresh. You ain't gonna do no more sin. He's gonna cleanse us, starting with the elect. So when you have a child, that child ain't going is gonna know it's not gonna never want to do sin, because it's gonna be in the knowing now. We're connected to Yahawah Shema Shai. We're with Yahawah Shai, starting with the elect, right? Oh, Salaki. Okay, so now Isaiah 12 in verse. Salaki, let me get that. 12. Okay. Isaiah 12, verse 2. Behold, the Most High is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For Yahawah, before the Lord, Yahawah is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. Meaning, right, that this verse points directly to Yahawah Shai, who name means he saves or he delivers, which you can even look at, he is salvation, right? Because salvation means deliverance. Israel will finally trust fully in Yahawah Shai. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, verse 9, those that trust in him shall understand the truth. This is why it's very important to examine and observe who you're watching, so that you could be persuaded towards 100% truth, sound doctrine, right? Let's get some precepts. Let's get Exodus, the 15th chapter, in verse 2. Yahawah is my strength and song. He has become my salvation, my deliverance. He is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. Right? So when we look at Exodus, they got that deliverance. We didn't get our deliverance yet. Right now, the Lord is waking us up. He has given us that comforter, the Rakak Wadash, so that all things can be in remembrance, so that we can go in these scriptures where all things was written for our learning, so we can know who he is, so we can prepare for the worst to happen. Let's get Acts, the 4th chapter, in verse 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, going into, let me, like, like, I'm gonna read the KJV, then NLT. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven, which is Yahawah Shai, given among men, whereby we must be saved. Why his name wasn't in the verse? Now, because this is a mystery. The name got removed from us. So what is that name given to us, that we must be saved in? Right? What is no other name under heaven given? So what name is it that we should be saying? What name should we be counting on? What name should we be praying to the Father in? Yahawah Shai. In the NLT, it says there is salvation in no one else. So when we put 18 nations in the earth, and we understand that Yahawah Shai, the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the teachers of Yahawah Shema Shai, is directly speaking to the Israelites. There is salvation in no other, in no one else. The Most High has given no other name under heaven by which we must be saved. Right? The names is important. Brothers is always doing videos on it. Very important. Right? Jeremiah 23 and 6. And it reads, it says, in his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. This is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. Yahweh Shemashai, our righteousness. The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom are not saved. They're not in safely. We're still low. We're still low, right? Let's go back. Isaiah, the 12th chapter, verse 3. Therefore, with joy shall ye draw water out of the wells of salvation. So, symbolically, of receiving eternal life, wisdom, and refreshment through Yahweh Shai, right? That would be the joy shall ye draw water out. Now, the wells of salvation represents the abundance of blessings in the kingdom. We can't get that on this side. Yarmayan did another distinctive video on IG where he said, y'all have to truly know how wicked this body is, man. This is why we need new bodies, man. The way your mind think, how your thought is, right? Sometimes, like even myself, I can examine something, right? And it, like I see it for what it is, and then I might examine it on a way another level, right? One time I'm thinking negative of my daughter. Next thing you know, all my electrical devices start working because it was just, I wasn't seeing her show that she believed, because she was, it wasn't nothing too serious, but that was just for me. Because when you come in this truth, I mean, I don't know about everybody else. Me, I want the people that's around me to truly believe, right? And I'm not Yahawah, not Yahweh Shai, right? I'm a imitation of Yahweh Shai. And the things that's going to have me go is the ones that's around that's pursuing him too, because you are the company that you keep. And I don't want to see somebody keep doing wrong or not showing their faith, because then I'm going to feel like I'm not doing my job. And then you get afraid. What if your children get a certain age and then now they want to go explore the world, or now they want to go be a grown up? Guess what? As soon as they slip, guess what? They're held accountable. And if they slip away from the way that was ordered, guess what? They can be removed and do their own thing, because now you held yourself accountable, because now you want to act like an adult instead of being under the roof where you can still have the light shine on you, right? A parent is supposed to be strict or have a stable home or have a stable structure, because to get to the kingdom is not easy. To get to the kingdom is hard, right? Because you have to look at every obstacle on earth. I'm not talking about how big, how small your house is. If you got a roof over your head, look, I lived in a house where people had beds, right? And then you see other people sleeping in a bed. I was fine sleeping on the floor. I still was living life, still was doing my thing. I was sleeping on the floor, making my little pallet, right? Blow up mattress, or sleeping on the couch, right? Or sleeping in the basement. I did it all. And guess what? I still was a handsome brother, still was getting flesh. I mean, if I said flesh, still getting dressed, right? So that doesn't bother, right? Yeah, you get a job, then you got to provide for people, and then you start thinking the funds that's in your pocket. But guess what? Now, the more I grow in the faith, the more I think, man, look, my house is still moving, lights is still paid, right? I might still be able to get on the Wi-Fi, still might be able to play the game if I want. If I want to go in the studio, can still make music. I can still drive my car, maybe take the Black Widow, drive that. Hey, if I can get an upgrade, if I could do that, guess what? Those are little things. But the number one thing is important is my faith, man. That's the number one thing that's gonna get me closer to Yahawah Shema Shai. That's another thing. Regardless if I don't know that I'm the elect, I believe the scriptures and how we play them out in our life is going to dictate if we're gonna be of the elect or not. I can't make myself at that number, but the more I'm on it, the more I believe in these things, the more I'm applying them in my life, the more I have a chance. So this is the same reason on this side you want to implement that even in your children's life. Because if we're reading, there with joy shall ye draw water out of the wells of salvation, symbolically receiving eternal life, wisdom, refreshment through Yahweh Shai. You should want your wife to believe in Yahweh Shai. Guess what? Like the apostle said, if she don't get it, she don't get it. Don't force it on her. But if she shows that she believe, keep doing repetition. How you move as a man of the Lord, keep showing her that you're in this light so that she can see you as a man of light. So then when she drift off, she gonna have in mind, oh man, I don't want to embarrass my man. I don't want to be doing this. Okay, this and this and that. Oh, he might be entertaining somebody. You know what? Let me not bump against him because, this and this and that. The more a woman see you as a man of the Lord, yes, slowly but surely, even though we all got a battle, she's gonna overcome her. But she still has to battle because we still have to endure. You still have to grow. Then the children. You might have many children. You might have a few. One, that's his favorite one. He always buying her this and this and that. So you still a human. You can get something too. But what can be holding you back? We should always be learning, not just only as a human standpoint. Oh, let me be the best. Let me be the best for him. No, be the best for Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahushai. If Yahawah has a favorite, Yahushai has the favorite, which is the elect. But when we look at John the Revelator was his favorite apostle, guess what? A man of the Lord might have a favorite something on this side. But you as a human, as an Israelite, somebody that's pursuing the Lord, that should never hold you back to pursue your salvation. Don't let nobody take your crown, brother. Hey, sis, if you see that man pursuing his crown, pursue that shadow right behind him. Right? So the wells of salvation represents the abundance of blessings in the kingdom. I want the kingdom. I want you to want the kingdom. Speaking to the elect, men, women, and children, right? Pursue it. Yes, we're reading it. Oh, the rapture didn't come on the 23rd. It didn't come on the 24th. Well, fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Excuse my language, okay? Who gives a fickle pickle? What Yahawah Shai said don't pertain to no damn rapture. He come once and then he come again. That means he came back twice. No, we ain't listen to Shabba Dabba Ding Dong. We gonna listen to what the true men of the Lord breaking down the scriptures. We gonna reread it, dissect it, and then guess what? We're gonna hear it again, teach it again, read it again, teach it again, read it again, teach it again, until the appointed time of each prophecy come to pass. When the famine of the word come, you gonna, brother, yo, I'm telling you, you're gonna be excited because you're a few more steps to the kingdom. When the MOTB come, you're a leap away from the kingdom, right? So be looking at the prophecies, right? So let's get St. John chapter 4, in verse 14. Starting at 13. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up unto everlasting life. This is why having this truth, teaching his word, is a spiritual power. You are connected because of Luke. What does it say? The kingdom is within you. So if you have this breath of life, this well of water springing up out everlasting life in your belly, what does that stem to? Back to St. John 7, verse 38, which he was speaking about the Spirit. That's the Lord have given you something that's heavenly, the Rakak Wadash. You understanding, you believing that all came from the heavens. So that should make you be like, yo, man, the Lord in the heavens is allowing me to believe in this. Oh, man, I got to pursue. Oh man, I'm still acting like this. Who cares? Do you still believe? Overcome that speed bump. This problem happened. Overcome that speed bump. Because just because you go through this and this speed bump, you get in the kingdom, you got to endure to the end. Matthew 24. So bring it on. Guess what? Bringing it on might bring a medium worse. Then it might get worse and worse. But guess what? Before your time, they had to overcome it. So if they can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you damn sure can do it. The kingdom is right in the tip of your fingers. You already got it. Can't you taste it? Can't you feel it? It's sweet as honey. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's how precious it is. But the bitter part of it is the tribulations, the judgment, the affliction, right? The hardness of the situations around you. But if you really want the kingdom, nothing should stop you because your imagination of how this kingdom is about to be, billion, quadrillion, manillion, billion, can't even make a number, times whatever you seeing right now, because this is bullshit. Okay? Let's get Revelations, the 7th chapter. Lord willing, y'all understanding what's coming out. If you understand, just put 7-7 in the comment section. I'm still in Apostle Gabar's joint, right? If you're understanding, put 7-7 in the comment section. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 16 to 17. It says, "They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat." Now, this ain't literally saying the sun ain't gonna light on you, right? Because the kingdom that the Israelites are gonna have is going to be illuminated, right? Pure gold, right? Okay, I see you. "For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, shall lead them into living fountains of water, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. No more sorrow, no more pain." If you truly want, you really want that, that means your actions should be showing that you pursuing this. Guess what? You go over a speed bump and you hear that sound in your car. What do we all do when something happened to our car? We take it to the mechanic. You get dealing with something, go to the mechanic. Yahawah. Okay? Smoke coming out the engine. Go to the mechanic. You get in a car accident, call the insurance company. Yahawah is your insurance company. Oh, you get in a car accident, somebody bumps you. Call 1-800-Yahawah. Don't call 1-800-William Matar. Call Yahawah. Okay? Don't call Tyrone like Erica Badu. Call Yahawah. You see that? So yes, we're gonna go through something because we're human. Oh my goodness, I'm angry, I'm pissed. But as soon as you calm down and get that tissue, call on Yahawah. For good, for bad, for worse. Call on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? Because the Lamb leads them to living fountains of water. Right? Where you ain't gonna thirst. Yahawah is leading you to the kingdom in the spirit. When you came in this truth, how do you think you got here? Man's going as of the Lord. The Lord drew you to this thing because he wanted to attract you to him. Now you in this truth, he constantly feeding bait. And technically, each lesson you watch, regardless, oh, I want to see this prophecy. If you come across watching a video and you get edified, you get these precepts, you start to get encouraged, the Lord baited you to watch that lesson, to put it in your Abdul Amagata. I probably said it wrong. So that you can grow in faith, not here, but in here. Because your true heart is your mind. This heart pumps blood, okay? So you want to be thinking on the kingdom. This whole lesson, think on the kingdom. Because where you at, this ain't no kingdom. This the kingdom of the wicked. Are you wicked? No. So this is your captivity. This is your punishment. This is the anger of Yahawah Bashem Yahushai. Where the hell was your good time? Your good time need to be private. Keep that between you, and your husband. Keep that between you and your wife. Keep that between you and your Akim. The world I don't TikTok, hey, boom, boom, boom. Oh, I'm a celebrity. I want the money. I want it all. Oh, I'm bored. I'm this, man. That anybody that want to be of the world want everybody's attention. They want to give them a laugh, give them a joy. The men of the Lord, we're going to feed you, shake the hand. We're going to annoy the world. Oh, here they go teaching again. Oh, he about to bring it out. Oh, he about to go live. That's the number one thing. To get this kingdom, in order for things to start shaking and baking, you need to hear repetition, repetition until they come to pass. And if the spirit with you, you can be like, yo, I was watching a true prophet because he said this was going to happen. A prophet is being consistent, right? So, where are we at? Okay, now let's go to Revelations 21. And we're going to read verse 6. It says, and he start at verse 5. It says, and he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new, afresh. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. Wait, second Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 2. write them and had these words written in paper because they are faithful and true. He said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, meaning beginning and end. The beginning and end, I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. The Lord is speaking about the men first, because what comes with that? The other part of the man's glory, because a woman is connected to a man's glory. That's why all y'all women, I don't care, from the wicked to the righteous, y'all were created for man. Man, right? If it's 10, say if it's one man, right, created, and it's 10 women, those women was created for man. That's a man right there. All the women that are created, if you single, you were made for man. So if you like him, guess what? You are that man's glory. You are a part of his glory. The angels is not making love with a woman because the angels are men, or they look like they got a different image in the fourth dimension. The women were created in the earth for man, to bear children, to be a helpmeet, to be a comfort, let alone woman means female servant, a servant under her husband, under her adawan, under her leader, under her power, under her mini Yahawah. Come on, man. If a man is a divine one, a judge, a god, right? You women were created to be a princess for a god. What's the difference between a king and a god? But the men of the Lord are kings, gods, and priests. Come on, man. Got to make you feel a certain way. This is Isaiah 12:4. And in that day shall ye say, praise Yahawah, call upon his name. We already said his name. Declare his doing among the people. Make mention that his name is exalted. You should be saying and using and believing in the name Yahawah, Yahweh Shai, no other name, right? Any other name like Emmanuel is a title. Hosanna, save us, that's a title. But what's his real name, right? So, meaning Israel will glorify Yahweh's true name in the earth, no longer hidden or profaned. The whole world will acknowledge his works. Woo! Let me go to this message. Can't you hear it? Message. Let me open up the door for you. Come on. It said Israel will glorify Yahweh's true name in the earth. Oh, they gonna get the name before. Man, no, they gonna get the name in the kingdom. No, we gonna get it now. Right? They say, I want my money, I want it now. I want the Heavenly Father, his son name now. Right? Let's get this in Sirach, the 17th chapter. Verse 10, it says, the elect shall praise his holy name. Sirach was speaking. The elect is the best of his kind, or the best of his class. In the Greek, is ekletos. Okay? So again, Israel will glorify Yahweh's true name in the earth, no longer hidden or profane. His name is not going to be hidden, and it's not going to be profane. The elect is not going to say Jesus, Mesus, Yahuwah, Yatua. When they really come and grow in Yahawah B'Shem Shai, they're going to say that name because it ain't going to be hidden to them. But if it's hidden to you, 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. If the gospel is hidden from you, gospel means good news. The name of the Father and the Son is a good news. If it's hidden to you, you might perish. Lord willing, you repent. The whole world will acknowledge his works. Let's go to Malachi, the 1st chapter. Right? This is Malachi, the 1st chapter. And we're going to go to verse 11. This is what it says. For from the rising of the sun, even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name. In a pure offering for my name shall be great among the heathen. saith Yahawah of hosts. But ye have profaned it, in that ye say the table of Yahawah is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. I mean, contemptible, right? So Yahawah's name is going to be great among the nations, right? Let's get Zechariah 14 and 9. Zechariah 14 and 9. Yahawah shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, in his name one, right? Because it's only one Most High and one mediator. One Most High, one mediator. Yahweh Shai is not the mediator. Okay? Yahawah, he exists. Nobody on earth has the name or he exists except for Yahawah. Literally. Yahweh Shai got created and his name means he saves, he delivers. Come on, man. Let's really think about this. Let's go to Psalms chapter 22, verse 22. I'll start at 21. It says, save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. I will declare thy name unto my brethren, men and women. We're declaring, we're manifesting, we're revealing the name of Yahawah Shemashai to our brethren, to the 2/3 and to the elect, whoever you may be. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. We're doing it when we're doing these videos. Better yet, let's look up this Hebrew word for praise, right? Let's put it on our calendar to praise Yahawah Shem Yahushai, right? Praise. This is a verb and this is the verb meaning for praise. Express warm approval or admiration of, express one's respect or gratitude towards a deity, especially in song. The noun meaning, the expression of approval at or admiration of someone or something. The expression of respect, right? What is reverence? Respect. Gratitude as an act of worship. To worship the Lord, you confess his name, you bow and you pray to him. Okay? You bow, which bow, you're going to pray, you're going to obey him, and you're going to confess his name. Because if you over here saying, thank God, wait, what God you coming in? Right? So lucky if I did say that. Yahawah is not the mediator. Yahweh Shai is. Yahawah is not the mediator. Yahawah is not the mediator. Yahweh Shai is. I could have swore I thought I said Yahawah is not the mediator. I probably added Yahweh Shai. I don't know. I thought that's what I did say. But this is Isaiah chapter 12, verse 5. Sing unto Yahawah, for he have done excellent things. This is known in all the earth. Meaning, the deliverance of the Israelites, the elect, on this side will be so great, it will shake the world. Just like the first Exodus was spoken of worldwide. The second Exodus will be greater, which is not even called the second Exodus, but this deliverance is gonna out trump the one, the Exodus one, right? I got two of them. One in Jeremiah, I'm thinking of. They're not gonna be saying it no more. I gotta flip through this to make sure I get the right one. The one I'm thinking about is right in my head, but it might be the incorrect. They won't say from Egypt. No, that's not it. Salaki. Is this the one? Okay. This is Jeremiah 23, verse 7. It says, Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that they shall no more say, Yahawah liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahawah liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all the countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. So we're going to be really talking about in the kingdom how the Israelites got delivered from the north country. Even though Jake is four corners of the earth, the major deliverance, especially the destruction of the 2/3, is in Babylon. That's the major deliverance, Babylon. But the elect is getting picked up four corners of the earth. So we ain't gonna speak about Egypt no more, right? It's gonna out trumpet. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, right? Because we walked out of Egypt. Yes, it was plagues, and then the split of the Red Sea. But this one is going to happen right in motion. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, starting with the elites. And then on down, you could use your boss and all of that in the government, but it starts with the elites, right? Because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, those that truly rule, and made no account of their labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Now, they're seeing us stand in great boldness, right? Yes, they're growing in fear, but it's making them move quicker. Revelations 12 and 12. But when Yahawah shall come, which we're about to continue, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, which is Jacob, which is Yahawah Shai, because he saves, he delivers, salvation, deliverance. So when Yahawah Shai come and deliver us, is going to be strange, so far beyond all that they looked for. It's going to be strange when Yahawah Shai return. This is going to be way bigger, better than what happened in the book, in the Exodus, in the time of Moses. The Lord is doing history all over again, where he's about to bring the fame of his name throughout the whole earth. Literally. And guess who else is going to share in that? Yahawah Shai on this side. All those that, oh, Yahawah Shai, oh, he wasn't real. From Jake to all you dumbass heathens, starting with Esau, y'all going to be like, dang, that is the Son of Man. Revelations 1 and 7. Then who else is going to get fame? The elect, starting with the 144,000, is going to be renowned, which is celebrated, praised, man. They're going to be joint heirs with Yahawah Shai. So if Yahawah Shai getting praised, which that's the guy, the 144,000 is too, man. Yo, I'm telling you, in the kingdom, man, just let one of the 144,000, he could be a Gadite. Say he going to land of Judah, or he going to Zebulon, and he by himself, and he just, just flying or just walking through. Man, especially when you see celebrities, Michael Jackson, it was women, he just wave and they just fall out. If these women are single, man, the father is going to want to give up their daughter, right? Why? It's because that's the man of the Lord. Everybody that's elect on this side is going to be in the knowing. They're going to all be in the knowing. They're going to know that that's 144,000. Oh, that's one of the apostles. That's one of the prophets that stood boldly for the name of the Lord, man. He was teaching crazy. Yo, man, in the kingdom, the playback is going to be crazy. You understand? So this deliverance, oh man, I hope I'm a part of it, man. I hope. This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14 and 15, which you might say the same thing. It says, Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that it shall no more be said, Yahawah liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahawah liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Same thing we read in Jeremiah 23. And this goes back with my live the other day. Why do the prophets keep saying the same thing over and over again? because repetition, especially for the elect, to sharpen on a sword, let alone where the 2/3 can't say they couldn't get this truth. It was out here, right? Because if I can get it, you can get it, right? And from all lands, whether he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahawah, and they shall fish them, which we're doing now, right? The Lord told the disciples, I'm going to make you fishers of men. And now that history is repeating itself. We become fishers of men. After I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, out of the holes of the rocks. So whoever in them rocks, whoever in the mountains, we're gonna fish, we're gonna hunt them out, literally. And I'm saying all starting with Esau and then the other nations, because of course you got Jake saying that they like Rick Ross, he bought him a bunker, but I think in the United States. But you're gonna have some that are billionaires that that could be from another nation, or it could be a Jake that's gonna be in hiding too. Because you got to think, if you're joined hand in hand, you're gonna get caught up slipping too. But you have to know the 2/3 of Jake is gonna be destroyed. You know, that's really what Jacob Trouble is about, and that's what the nukes is for too. So I highly doubt Jake, a 2/3 Jake, gonna really make it out of the destruction that's gonna take place in the end. May the force be with him though. This is Revelations, the 15th chapter, in verse 3. It says, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Right? And this is going straight towards the redeemed, which is the 144,000 that is singing the song of the volume of the book. And they're doing it now. Right? Let's get Psalms 98 in verse 1 and 3. Oh, sing unto Yahawah a new song. Yeah, this is a new song because, you know, this truth in this time only been around for 56 years. But it's not new, right? This song been around for ages, generations from generation to generation. For he have done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm have gotten him the victory. So if it's written, that means it's already done. We're so human and so low, we have to walk this thing out. It's already written. If it's written, or if it was a vision somebody saw and it's written down and they got to be prophesied, it's already done. Yahawah have made known his salvation. Yes, he did. His righteousness have he openly showed in the sight of the heathen. He have remembered his mercy and his truth towards the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our power. It's already sealed. So in this end, all the nations is going to see that salvation. You think, even the elites, you think the elites is in those, they're going to be in those mountains or those bunkers and hiding out, and they're not going to see what's going above land? Go watch the TV show, The 100. They still was watching what was going on land. If the nukes destroyed everything, how the heck can they still see? They make sure they had devices that can withstand, you know, the thermal nukes in the TV show, The 100. People that were underground were still able to see the people that was on land. They waited for a point in time and they thought they was down there for so long they couldn't breathe the air. Technically, they couldn't, right? But really, that the radiation from the bombs, nobody's gonna, especially America, nobody's gonna be able to live here or just be standing out in Israel, because Israel gonna be level 2. But it's going to get so bad around the whole world, especially with the smoke clouds and America just burning forever and then Israel burning for that point in time. There's going to be smoke in the air. Like, you better hope you in a compacted area or a basement where you ain't breathing air, you know? So Isaiah 12 and 6, cry out and shout, thou inhabitant of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. Meaning Yahushai ruling in the midst of Israel in the kingdom. Okay? His presence will dwell in Zion forever. We're going to be with the Lord forever. Right? Lord willing, in the future, Lord willing, I could do that lesson. He said, his presence will dwell in Zion forever. It's been a long time since we had the presence of Yahawah with our nation. Yes, we got the Rakak Wadash. We got the Rakak Wadash, but I'm talking about physically. Guess what? Yahawah, we miss you. You know? To see you, like, yo, you was starstruck beyond with Michael Jackson and all of them. That's Yahawah. That's him from the beginning of everything. That's the ancient man. That's the man that come from everlasting life. That's the man that was with the Father before everything you see and don't see. That's him. He's that guy. Right? Yahawah, we miss you. Right? So, this is the climax. Our King in our midst, never leaving us again. Our King in the midst of us and never leaving us again, man. Oh, man, dude. Our King in the midst of us and never leaving us again. You wake up and you go outside. You in the kingdom and you about to go do something. And the first thing, as soon as you get up, you looking at your house and you saying, call Allah Yahawah Shem Yahushai through the spirit. Yahawah Shem Yahushai actually speak to you. You hear him. Like right now, me saying it, I'm not hearing him. But of course, you'll get a beep horn, a sound, okay? But you're going to clearly be connected to the Lord where you're going to hear him. And we're going to be able to have conversations with him. But you know, the line, so many people going to be able to talk to him, but you got to think power. Yahawah might even multiply himself just to be able to talk to us, man. Yahawah crowning all 144,000 men. Now, unless he got the angels helping him, or he gonna multiply and do it, or however, man, dude, just that moment alone. Because it said in Second Esdras, we're gonna be giving praise to him. Wait, man, let me oh man. He gonna be crowning us, man. We gonna forever be with Yahawah. This why on this side you gotta desire this thing. Right? Let me see. Uh okay, here we go. This is Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 43. And in the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest. And upon the head of every one he placed a crown, and was ever more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. Right? We're exalting Hamashiach Yahawah putting a crown on our head, man. Man, Yahawah Shem Yahushai, man. And then after he done, he ain't leaving. And even say if Yahawah flew to another planet, guess what? Brother's gonna be able to do it too. Glorified bodies, man. We're going to be joint heirs with Yahawah. He's going to be the first slave owner in the kingdom. He's going to have the first servants. And guess what? To be joint heirs, you going to have servants. From the 12 to the rest of the 144,000, all the way to the rest of the elect. Oh, man. He's going to be in the midst of us, and we're never going to be apart from him. Come on, man. Dang, man. I don't even think y'all really fathom that right there, man. This is Ezekiel 37, verse 27. It says, thy riches, thy fears, thy merchandise, thy marines, and thy pilots, and thy chalkers, and occupiers of thy merchandise, and all thy men of war that are in thee, and all thy company. Wait, Salaki, I'm getting too excited. This is Ezekiel 37, verse 27. I was reading a different passage. Salaki family. Okay, this is Ezekiel 27 to 28. My tabernacle, which is men, Revelations 21, verse 2 or 3. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yeah, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, Yahawah, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. Right? That temple is really us. Right? The temple is the tabernacles of David. Right? Let me just get this other side precept. Oh, actually, that actually is right there, but let me blow it up. This is Revelations chapter 21 and verse 3. It says, And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. Right? So we are that temple. We are that tabernacle. Right? We are that sanctuary. The dwelling place will be in Israel forever. Right? Us as ourself, right? We're going to be fully one with Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. The tabernacle of the Lord is men. This is another reason why. And I know, oh man, you men boast. Look, every captivity was weakering the men of the Lord. So now we coming back into power. The Lord is going back to exalt men in his rightful position. Starting with the men, you are rightful heirs, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. And even more, when y'all really start understanding creation, women was created for men. When you got all your curves, your tater tots, your moon back there, your feet, your lips, the attraction you have, that's off the desire of man, not your desire. Yes, let me go get surgery. No, the desire of the body that you have, right? That was already that was created and thought of in the heavens for man in the earth. And even Paul told you, right? The woman is part of our glory, right? So on the other side, so for us, I have to look at a privilege to be, if I was or if I am, I'm joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. I have to look at it as a privilege that I'm created as a man, that I'm a man. And y'all have to be thankful that the Lord created you as a woman. He didn't see fit in your heart to be a man. So he see in your heart that you was going to be a woman. Maybe the best woman as yourself. And be like, you know what? You're going to be fit for this, brother. You're going to be fit for that, brother. Such and such and such. Right? But you were set to do Genesis 3:16, regardless. In the kingdom, you're going to be lovely. And you know what? If a woman is part of a man's glory, if a man is going to get joint heir and he's going to come and be in the glory of Yahweh Shai, then what does that make you? You're going to have servants too. Like Sarai had Hagar. You're going to be telling, hey, look, I'm going to need you to go do this. Right? You're going to be a full-blown princess. And you're going to be gorgeous. Right? And the men of the Lord is going to go back into their stature. And guess what? In the kingdom, he's going to be a damn God. And he's going to, whatever he wants, he's going to get that. And everybody is going to be set. Everybody's going to be comfortable. Even the children. You're going to see your children grow, your daughter grow, give her off to be married. And she's going to be married to a man of the Lord. And even, especially if you are of the elect, you're going to give your most likely your daughter to either the elect men or the elect men children. Come on, man. Right? Your husband is going to be well known in the kingdom, let alone because he's joint heirs, let alone for what he did for Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. And guess what? That man is gonna be like the black dude in Bruce Lee. He's gonna be like Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. Literally. And guess what? You're gonna be in your right state. And this is what a lot of women and men don't understand. The Lord created us all for our own purpose. A man was created to be a ruler of his household and to be a ruler on the earth. Adam, right? We are all the men are supposed to be a reflection of Hamashiach Yahushai. Men. And you women are supposed to be the shadow of your husband. Women are going to be getting married. And there's going to be women that's not married until she get married. And guess what? You're going to be a reflection of your husband. The Lord, and that, it's so even smooth. The Lord deal with men, and guess what? You men might have a wife. Oh, let me go deal with her. That even Yahawah Shema Shai practice his own words, because the Lord deal with you women through your husband. And the scriptures say, don't sit down with another man's wife. Come on, man. Yahawah Shema Shai show you a lesson within a lesson. Everything is going to be in order in Yahawah Shai's kingdom, right? Simultaneously, the Israelites' kingdom. Simultaneously, Yahawah's kingdom. Come on, man. Get it right. This is something to desire. This is something to work for. Ain't nothing over this. This is Zephaniah 3 and 17. Ain't nothing over this, man. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 17. It says, Yahawah, thy power in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. And he's going to do that for the elect. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. Come on, man. So now we just went through Isaiah 12 chapter, verse 1 and 6, right? And this is a prophecy of the future, the redemption of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Who are so-called in America, Black, Latino, Hispanics, and natives. But these are the Israelites scattered four corners of the earth that fit the curses, that fit the prophecies, right? That fit the captivities that the 12 tribes were in. At the second coming of Yahawah Shai is the song of the kingdom. So no, when you go into Isaiah, the 12th chapter, verse 1 to 6, that is a song. Sing it, right? I'm not putting a date on salvation because the Lord didn't give me a date. In 2027, you know? Now, a prophecy might come to pass at that time, but no. It's the Lord's time when he's bringing the kingdom. It's really when Yahawah say, Yahawah Shai, go get my people. Where I'm not up there. I'm down here. I got to wait for him. You know? And this is even to tell myself, don't lose it, man. You could be here another year. You could be here another week, another day, another month, maybe 2 years, maybe 5, maybe 10. I'm only hyphing it because it was people that left the truth when everybody was teaching, oh, the year 2000. Okay? Or when this came up or when that came up. Don't lose yourself. Eminem, right? Don't lose yourself in the moment. Constantly, every day. Have it on your mind. Hey, he could come. Wait, this prophecy. But if these prophecies did not come to pass yet, if the MOTV didn't come here, don't lose yourself. He's coming when all these things have to come before he comes. Because he said when he returns, there's going to be faith on the earth. So that means we have to see more people losing faith. If you living in your house and everybody else, mad people living in the house, people making money rain, Jake just living it up, smoking blunts, jewed out, half-naked women all over the world. Yahawah Shai ain't coming yet. So hold it down. But, man, buckle up. Buckle up, man. Don't lose yourself. Don't rush the Lord. Because through the Spirit, he waiting on you. Yeah, we waiting on Yahawah Shem Yahweh Shai. But he been waiting on you. Okay? Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, anger is removed. That's when Yahawah sends Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is openly declared salvation. The 12 tribes drinks the living waters. The nations witness Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's greatness. Zion rejoices because Yahweh Shai dwells in the midst of his people forever. Ooh, Yahweh Shai, we miss you. You know, you can't even close your eyes and think, was I one of the ones that ate that fish and that bread that he gave? Oh man, was I one of the ones that had the quail and the manna that came from the sky? You can't even, the Lord took all that. Only thing you got is what's in these scriptures and just think on it. Okay? So this chapter did not take place in the time of Isaiah, nor in the return from Babylon. It will truly take place in the kingdom after the destruction of Babylon the Great and the salvation of the elect. What's Babylon the Great? America. Okay? America. So again, understand Isaiah the 12th chapter is a song. Lord willing, man, we are part of this song, man. Part of this song, man. I don't know how to sing it, how to rap it. Lord willing, we are part of this song, man. Right? In that day thou shalt say, Yahawah, please make it that day. Literally, you want it to be that day. Every day you should be working towards that day. You know, when you get a vacation, you working towards that vacation. So that now you get to kick your feet up. That's the true vacation. Ain't no fucking vacation on this side. Still seeing crackheads. Go to the store, can I get $1? Right? You see beautiful women outside, but then you start looking close up and then you see the lace front. Then I look at my house, I can see what my children might go through, what my ladies go through. And you be like, man, I need them to get out of here. I need them to get out of here. So how can I push them? By shining the light, by telling them how good Yahawah Shem Yahushai is, by telling them don't lose your patience. Don't lose your patience. You're going to get what you desire. Oh, you got this little weakness. You got this little problem. Guess what? He going to take it away. But while you here, let's work on it. What J. Cole said? Work it out for me. Work out. You got a good thing. You got to work it out. Every day, work it out. If you don't got it, work it out. If you want it, strive for it. Right? If you ain't got it, strive for it. Right? If it's hiding from you, dig for it. If it's hiding, dig for it. If it's hiding for you, seek it. Investigate. Be Sherlock Holmes. Right? You know, when you lost the remote, you looking everywhere for it. Keep looking. Don't faint. It's already written. These words is faithful and true, and they will be fulfilled, like the other little things that was fulfilled. Be patient. Time is working in your favor if you the elect. We're already about to be at Friday. I go to work tonight. It's Friday. It was just Monday. Time is going. We close. A few more steps to the MOTB. A few more steps, and you're not about to see me on this camera doing a live. Wait until that spirit hit, and Apostle Tyre said, hey, we can't go out no more. What? I can't wait. I'm getting sick and tired of you niggas. I'm getting sick and tired of 2/3. I'm getting sick and tired of those that say they believe and they truly don't. From the women to the men to the men to the women and to the children, man. I want to stop. But if I don't see that, I'm about to annoy all of y'all. Video after video, lesson after lesson. We can't stop. Hey, look, you need to be motivating people around you. You need motivation around you. Because I know us, we can get idle. Then you be like, oh man, I'm getting sick and tired of this. Don't get tired of this. Don't get tired of teaching. Don't get tired of saying the same thing. Don't get tired of wearing that dress, sis, but fuck the dress. What's in that mind? Are you modest in your mind? Are you moving a certain way that somebody can know this woman is moving like a daughter of Zion? Because the outer appearance is, oh yeah, but what's in that? What's in that? Okay? Don't lose patience. Buckle up. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. If I can do it, you can do it. If you can do it, I damn sure can do it. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power that allowed this to happen. Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. A mighty shalom to the hopeful elect in the same spirit and sound doctrine. Lord, willing, y'all can continue to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwath. Lord, willing, you continue to be a believer and pursue your lot, talking to you sisters. Pursue to be a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, Yahawah Shem Shai have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. This is not my will. It's his will. And I'm telling you, get your ass up and seek the creator and the mediator. If you don't, the Lord gonna choose somebody else. If you not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna do it. Drake said it the best. You the best I ever had. Ain't nobody in your life ever did with what Yahawah and what Yahawah Shai did for you. Nobody. Nobody. Ain't nobody in your house, out your house, down the street, to the Himalayas, overseas. Nobody. And you telling me you gotta quit? What if Yahawah Shai said, I can't do this. I'ma quit. Let me not get on the cross. What if he said it? But he didn't. You should examine yourself, because if he didn't do it, and he knew he was about, he knew all of this, but he don't know when he coming back. He knew he was about to hang on that cross. Me and you don't know if we gonna endure. But how you move in this motion on this side, only somebody that's serious is gonna keep pushing. Shalom, shalom, abababal.